Welcome to the Geeks and Greeks podcast, where we bring you the latest and greatest in the world of sports. We couldn't be more thrilled to kick off this exciting journey with all of you. In this podcast, we'll dive into everything from game recaps to news and hot takes. Whether you're a diehard fan or just someone looking to stay in the loop, there's something here for everyone. So grab your favorite team's jersey, settle in with some snacks, and let's get ready for an adrenaline-packed ride through the world of sports. All right, guys, welcome back to an episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast. We have another special episode coming at you. We have a full forced one with a good slate of NFL games. We got the World Series ending and just a spectacular slate of sports stuff coming at you. So before we get into that, weekly recap of what's been going on for us. So how has your guys' week been going?
Man, my week has been crazy hectic. For work, I literally had to drive into the office twice today. I'm kicking myself for just leaving because it was like the guy I was waiting for didn't show up, and I had a meeting, and I was like, if I leave now, I can make it home before my meeting. And then he shows up like right as I'm pulling into the driveway. And it's like, God damn it. So now I have to drive back to work to to help the guy finish the thing. And that was just today. My whole week has been that's just a summary of my last week. And I am tired, man. I'm ready for the weekend. How about you guys?
So, for about a month, maybe two, we've been working on a remodeling project in our house, and we've been without floors in our kitchen. And all at once, we had a friend of the family come in and just in one day while I was at work, just laid down an entirely new floor. And I come home and it's
nice.
Holy crap, it's done.
Yeah. Damn. That's awesome.
That was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Those are always the best kind of surprises. You come back, it's like, oh, sweet. I don't got to worry about this anymore.
Yeah.
Now I just got to put everything back.
Look, someone took down the sword of Damocles, and it is no longer hanging over my head.
But that moves us into QB Survivor.
And now it's time for QB Survivor.
QB Survivor, where every week we choose a quarterback to eliminate until the end of the regular season, where we find out who is the QB Survivor. This week, Jalen Hurts has golden immunity because he was on the bye. Adam, who are you giving your immunity to?
So this is the first week where I have to legitimately feel like I have to give mine to Dak Prescott because he had a shit game this week. He had a shit game. The whole team had a shit game this week. Arizona has a much better defense than I remember them having, but they could not stop fumbling the ball. Everybody could not hold on to the ball this week. I think Dak had a fumble or two. Javonte Williams fumbled it, I think, at least once, maybe twice. I think Pickens had a fumble. CeeDee Lamb, I think, fumbled it once. No one could hold on to the goddamn ball in this game. And this is Dak's by far his worst game of the season. 250 yards for one touchdown and one interception, 5 sacks for a 36.5 QBR. I mean, it was bad. But, I mean, they ended up losing 27-17 to Arizona. I mean, I'll give Arizona credit, man. The defense showed up. And you know what else? I think Jacoby Brissett looks like a way better quarterback than Kyler Murray does at this point, too, which is bad. I mean, they've already said Kyler Murray just went on IR, so he's going to be out for at least the next 4 weeks. And honestly, they might make a playoff push because of that.
Right.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
It would be, because that entire division is already, the rest of the division has only, I think, lost like 2 games. Everyone else has only lost 2 games pretty much. But I mean, they look like a much more competent offensive team with Jacoby Brissett than they do Kyler Murray. So, but yeah, this was just a terrible showing from this team. So yeah, I've got to legitimately put him up for immunity this week, because it was a bad one.
All right, Pete, who are you granting immunity to?
Well, I guess we got a theme of our immunity so far because we're staying in Texas, and we're going to go over to the Houston Texans, and I'm going to give my immunity to C.J. Stroud. I didn't really watch the game, but I know he's got a bad stat line, and I know it's because he went out with a concussion. So I think he deserves another shot. He might have to sit a game. That's okay. But we'll see. I think he'll come back and make a run. We'll see.
Yeah. They did say that he is out this week.
He is out this
So
week.
so Davis Mills will be starting this next week.
It's all right. He can limp along.
Yeah.
And hopefully his concussion heals up quick.
Yeah.
All right. So this is going to be the unpopular opinion, but I say when you go up against one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, regardless of the fact that you are also one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, and lose 28-21 to Buffalo, that maybe you too need a second chance. With 1 interception and 3 sacks and an ER and a QBR a QBR of 57.2.
It's not an ERA, it's a QRA.
I can't leave work at work anymore. Yeah, Pat Mahomes, it's not one of his better performances, but he is capable of better. And I think if he was just not playing against Buffalo, he would have done better. So,
I mostly agree with that statement, but I think if they were playing against Buffalo in the playoffs, he would have played better because they always beat Buffalo in the playoffs. They never beat them in the regular season.
So I actually heard a stat, and they said that Buffalo and Kansas City have played each other 10 times since 2020, and Josh Allen and Buffalo have beat Pat Mahomes the last 5 times they played in the regular season, and Kansas City has beat him the last 4 times they've played in the playoffs. So yeah, you're exactly right. If they play them in the playoffs,
Pete's figured out the pattern.
Maybe they hold back. I don't know. I used to think Belichick did that a lot, where he would hold back in the regular season and even throw games once he knew he was going to make the playoffs, and then just steamroll.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe, but they are on bye this week, but also too, they're just now getting a lot of their guys back too.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
They're not getting home field advantage this year either. They've had home field advantage since 2019.
Yeah, that's
in the playoffs.
Fair.
They're not getting that this year.
Yeah, unless something catastrophic happens in Buffalo.
Adam, who are you nominating for the chopping block?
So it's time. He's out for an extended period of time. Jaden Daniels is up. He just dislocated his shoulder. I think he's done. I honestly, at this point, if they're smart, probably should just sit him for the rest of the season, to be honest with you, because I don't think they're going to make a real run for the playoffs by the time he comes back. So I'm putting up Jaden Daniels. When he did get hurt, he had for 153 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns, 4 sacks. Might as well just kind of leave him on the shelf and just kind of save him for next year. He's had a bad year anyway. I'd just save him and reinforce that line and just kind of get ready for next season at this point. So I'm putting up the Commander-in-Chief, Jaden Daniels.
Pete, who are you putting up for elimination?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go all the way over to Green Bay, and I am going to pick Mr. Jordan Love. Like I said on our pretenders and contenders, I think Green Bay is a pretender for real. And 273 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Plus, he lost to Bryce Young, who his stat line was 2 yards, interception, 1 fumble, no touchdowns. And that's the guy who won the game. Like, if he wasn't on the island, I'd be putting him up for elimination, but I can't because he's not on the island. And Jordan Love still lost to that guy. So, there you go.
Well, I love that we've completely destroyed my list once again.
Sorry about that, buddy.
So I got to go with the last guy on my list with 1 interception and 6 sacks. Now, that sounds awful, but it's the only awful thing on his line because everything else is pretty good. But because you're number 6 on my list, Mr. Justin Herbert, you are nominated. But I get the feeling that's as far as it's going to go. Adam, who are you voting to eliminate? And you can't vote for Jaden Daniels.
So yeah, I'm gonna vote for Jordan Love on this one just because it's embarrassing that you put up that kind of a stat line and lost to Carolina. Although I've said, I'll say it again through this whole season, Carolina's getting better than we think, man. That defense is good.
Yeah, it's true.
That defense is really good, and Green Bay's offense has been fake all year. Jordan Love is Brett Favre without the talent. He makes some really, really bad plays, and they're not equipped to come back from it, man. He doesn't have that arm to get away with it. There was a play this game where he threw it across the field in the end zone, and there was no one there but Carolina. He didn't even see one of his receivers. I don't know what he was looking at. He makes really bad plays that he can't get away with, and it's just something's got to come up with this dude. I don't know what it is, man.
Pete, who are you picking? And you can't pick Jordan Love.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Jaden Daniels, I think it is time. He had a pretty good run. I mean, we're a week 10, boys. He made it pretty far. And it's time to send him off.
Yes, likewise, the best ability is availability. With this kind of injury, you're out for the season at best. And even if you come back early, I wouldn't trust it. I'm sorry, man, it's your time to go. But with 3 votes, Jaden Daniels, Commander-in-Chief, you're out the door.
I'm sorry, we were supposed to salute. I couldn't stop laughing.
I was not prepared for that.
But moving along to the next segment of the podcast, winners and losers.
Time for winners and losers.
I want winners. I want people that want to win.
You are one pathetic loser.
Winners and losers, where we at the Geeks and Greeks podcast predict a team to win and a team to lose. Next week, we can only choose a team once for the year, and at the end of the year, whoever has the most points wins. This year, we're turning up the difficulty with the rule that both the winner and the losing team must be from the same division, and as always, the winner and loser must be from 2 different games. Last week, Adam took the AFC North with the Rams over the Dolphins. Sure did, 28-6. And the Steelers to lose to the Colts. Fuck the refs, but the Steelers take this one 27-20. Pete took the NFC East with the Cowboys over the Cardinals. Unfortunately, the Cardinals take this one 27-17. Yeah, I don't know how. Also taking the Commanders to lose to the Seahawks. Yep, 38-14.
I mean, while it's great to get both games right and winners and losers, you know what feels a lot better? Having the week off and watching the rest of the division just lose. We don't even have to run the race because y'all just tripping over your own feet. We'll just walk up and win the damn thing. It'll be fantastic.
I mean, I can't disagree. I can't say anything. I got nothing to say. Because he's not wrong.
He is not wrong. And I took the NFC North with the at-home 5-1-1 Packers to win over the 4-4 Panthers. Nope, Panthers win 16-13. And then I took the 3-4 Vikings to lose to the at-home 5-2 Lions. Once again, the easy call fell flat on its face, with the Vikings taking it 27-24.
Made up
Because
that
you were
point.
wearing that Viking outfit and you were calling for the Vikings to lose. I told you
Yes!
on the show.
So after 9 weeks, Adam and I are tied at 10, with Pete close behind at 7.
Damn, I fell so far behind. We'll get there, though.
But this is Pete's week to make it up. So, Pete, what division are you taking in week 10?
You know, I was thinking the same thing. I think I need some layups. I need some easy wins. So I'm going AFC West.
AFC West. All right. Well, your options are very limited. What you taking?
So I think it's a no-brainer. The Broncos are going to beat the Raiders. So I'm taking the Broncos to win. It'll be their 7th game on their 6-game win streak. And so obviously that means I'm taking the Chargers to win against, to lose against the Steelers. I actually think that Rodgers has something to prove coming out of last week. I know the Chargers are coming off back-to-back wins, but you know, for some reason I keep putting my faith in old man Rodgers in this game. And it hasn't worked out for me yet. I hope it'll work this time.
And Adam, who are you taking? What division are you taking in week 10?
So, I mean, Pete was saying that he wants some easy wins, and I thought he would have. There was some better division for some easier wins, I would have thought. But that's just me, and so I'm taking the NFC North. By that, I think me and Tom took the same games.
Good. I hope you both lose.
I doubt
Nope, we took different divisions.
it. So I took the Detroit Lions to beat the Commanders, and Detroit's an 8.5 point favorite in this game, and Commanders are using backup Marcus Mariota here. So, but again, you never know. This is the NFL. Upsets happen
that's
every
fair.
week, as we've seen. And for my loser, I'm taking the Green Bay Packers to lose to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Which, for some reason, Green Bay is a 2-point favorite, a 2.5 point favorite. I don't know why Philly is the underdog in this game.
I couldn't figure that out either.
Philly's
make
the
any-
underdog coming out of the bye, which they always win coming out of the bye.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure the last, a good, 7 years, they've won every week coming out of the bye.
Yeah.
Far
I
back
think
as I can remember.
every bye Sirianni's played off of.
Yeah. So I'm taking Philly to win that game. So yeah, those are my winners and losers picks off that. Maybe it's because it's in Green Bay.
Yeah.
But
That's
still,
so weird. 2.5 points.
I'd take that. I'd take that point line too. Philly's going to cover that 2.5 points.
That's so crazy.
Yep. So that's my winners and losers. I think those are a little bit easier lines for me on that one.
Well, I am taking the NFC South with the 5-4 at-home Panthers to win over the 2-7 Saints.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
yeah.
really going out on a limb on this one. And for my loser, I have to stick with the blue. I'm taking the 3-5 Falcons to lose to the 7-2 at-home Colts.
Oh.
Come on, guys, you got this.
That's going to be hilarious if the Falcons pull it out.
Oh my God, there'll be 2 reasons I'm pissed.
I saw a stat the other day that they were talking about the Colts, and they were talking about strength of schedule, and they were saying that the first half of the season, the Colts had the 4th easiest schedule, and that the back half of their schedule, they have the 5th hardest schedule coming up on the back half. So I'm like, this will be interesting to see what happens on the back half of the schedule.
Who else do you guys still play? Let's take a look. Yeah, they got the Chiefs.
Loss.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Got the Texans twice, got the Jaguars. Seattle will
Win.
probably be a little rough.
Yeah.
San Fran are pretenders. It's not too bad.
San Fran wouldn't be as big a pretenders if their entire team wasn't on injured reserve.
I know.
But that moves us into the next section of our podcast, a word from our sponsor.
Hey guys, what's up? Before we continue our show, I want to talk to you about our new sponsor, Dubby. You ever feel like you need that extra oomph to power through those late night study sessions, clutch those game wins, or finish that epic video edit? I know I do, and I finally found something that actually works without the jitters or the dreaded crash. Let me introduce you to Dubby. That's right guys, we're partnering with Dubby and we're seriously hyped. Dubby is our new go-to energy drink and it is a total game changer. What makes it so different is first off, and this is huge for me, Dubby has no artificial dyes, plus it's all completely sugar-free, so you don't get that quick energy spike followed by a massive crash, and the taste is absolutely amazing. Dubby comes with a bunch of different flavors, such as Tiger's Blood, Green Apple, Strawberry Pineapple, plus limited time offers that do go quickly. I'm currently obsessed with the Tiger's Blood myself, but they're all really good. Alright, so how do you get your hands on this stuff? Head on over to dubby.gg and use our code GEEKS10 for 10% off your entire order. That's dubby.gg, dubby.gg. Seriously guys, go give it a try. You won't regret it. We love this product and I'm sure you will too. It's definitely been a game changer for us and I'm stoked to be sharing it with the rest of you. Now, let's go ahead and get back to our show.
That moves us into NFL trade deadlines. Now, Tuesday, November 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, or 1 p.m. if you live out on the coast, the NFL trade deadline rolled around, and like a high school senior getting homework done as the teacher is sitting down to his desk, we got a ridiculous number of last-minute trades. And I kind of want to focus on the 12 biggest ones. Start the week and go to the strongest. Chicago Bears gave the Cleveland Browns a 6th round draft pick next year in exchange for Joe Tryon Shoyinka. Sure. And a 7th round pick. Considering it's a 6th for a 7th and a wide receiver and a defensive end that I can barely pronounce, I'm guessing that this is not that significant.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in the league for 5 years. And I mean, it looks like he plays most games. So, I don't know, but I would just call him Joe Tryon's name.
Shoyinka?
Shoyinka, there you go.
I wish I had the Wayne's World on my soundboard. Swing, swing. Then we move on to Seattle Seahawks gave the New Orleans Saints a 4th round pick and a 5th round pick in exchange for Rashid Shaheed, a wide receiver who went undrafted in 2022. Sure.
I mean, they're bolstering because the way I see with Seattle, they're bolstering their receiving core because Cooper Kupp is injury prone. They've had some other injuries for that receiving core. They didn't give up a lot to get him. So, I mean, and plus Sam Darnold's playing really well, so give him some more weapons on the outside. It's never going to hurt. They're going for it. They've got a good team. They've got a young team, and he's also young. So, I mean, that's actually a pretty good trade for Seattle right there, I think.
Yeah. Now, it sounds bad, a 4th and a 5th, but if you think about it, you're like, giving up a couple of defensive players, maybe?
Yeah, the biggest problem for Seattle is he's only got 1 year left on his contract, so they're going to have to re-sign him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's a deep threat. So, I mean, if Darnold can hit, so he's a good spot to put him in for that team. So,
yeah,
they really don't have a real...
He went to the Pro Bowl in 2023. Like, he's not nobody.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's been to the Pro Bowl before. He could do it again. He's already at 499 yards on the season. Like, he's probably on track for like 1,000-yard season.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a pretty good pickup for him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I would argue that if he's on his last year of his contract, this is a hell of an incentive for him to explode and overperform so he can pick up that next contract. Because if he figuratively drops the ball, then it could cost him millions.
Yeah. I mean, he already has like 64 catches for 848 yards. So from last season to today. So, I mean, and that's with the Saints. I mean, you put him in a good team, it's going to go up.
Right.
So, I mean, and then you can let Cooper Kupp go, who's Cooper Kupp's good, but again, he's getting old and he's injury prone. So, and he's not a speed threat. He's not a deep threat like that, and Shaheed is. So you've already got your possession receiver in Jackson Smith-Njigba, who's a great possession receiver and young and still on his rookie contract.
Speaking of acquiring wide receivers for middle-of-the-road picks, the Jacksonville Jaguars gave the Raiders a 4th and a 6th next year in exchange for Jacoby Myers, a wide receiver who hasn't done bad. He's not bad at all.
And he's actually older than Shaheed.
By 3 years.
Yeah. So he's older and played on just as bad of a team in Oakland with no quarterback. So I feel kind of good for both these guys, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, he put up 1,000 yards last season.
And Jacksonville needed guys because Travis Hunter's out on injured reserve, Brian Thomas is out on injured reserve, and Dimey Brown has a concussion and is out too. So it's like he slots in almost as their number one from the start for right now until those guys can come back.
For sure.
It's so crazy. Like, do you think that the trade deadline is changing because managers are they're making trades, or do you think they're being forced into making trades because of the injury? Like, would this craziness happen without all the injury that's happened?
I think we're seeing these kinds of trades happening because like the NBA and MLB are doing more trades like this. I think we're getting younger general managers that see the value in trading stuff like this.
Yeah.
John Lynch really started doing a lot of trades like this when he became the GM in San Francisco, and we really saw the genesis from there. Him and Howie, I think, really kind of started this.
Yeah, I know at least around here, a lot of people credit Howie for it with the Jay Ajayi trade back in 2017, which kind of propelled us into that Super Bowl. And I don't know, it's like part of me says these people were available to trade for a reason, but like at the same time, you know, Quinyon Williams has been to 3 straight Pro Bowls, 4 straight Pro Bowls, you know, and you just got him on the Cowboys. Like, it's kind of it feels very strange, especially growing up as a kid when the trade deadline would come and go and no one would notice. Like, no one would even talk about it.
Because guys that would get traded, if there would be like the fucking dude on the roster that nobody cared
the
about.
practice squad guys. Like, it's so weird now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens gave Tennessee Titans a conditional 5th round pick in 2026 in exchange for Draymond Jones, a linebacker from 2019, so 6th year in the league.
Yeah, I mean, Baltimore needed to do something with that defense because their defense has been bad this year. So, I don't know enough about Draymond Jones to really talk about him, but I know that Baltimore's defense has been just bad, like really bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like teams like Baltimore and Pittsburgh, like when they have bad defenses, I feel like they get embarrassed about it because like their whole identity is having a strong defense and has been forever. And like, it really does feel really strange to say Baltimore's defense is bad because they've had such a good, consistent defense for like the entirety of their existence, really.
Yeah.
You know?
That brings us to the Chargers gave the Saints a 6th rounder in 2027, not even next year, the year after that, in exchange for Trevor Penning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then moving on to the Jets gave the Chargers a conditional 7th round in 2028 in exchange for Jasir Taylor, a defensive back from 2022.
Somebody had to replace Sauce Gardner.
Yeah. I was surprised to see the Jets grab anybody, to be honest with you. Like, I thought they were full on fire sale. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
But did they
Everyone
really?
loves
Because
Joe.
this is a 7th rounder from 2028. How less consequential can you be than 7th round 2028?
I mean, when you're trying to put together a team that's going to draft first.
For 2 consecutive years drafting first?
Hey, listen,
All right.
they clearly have given up.
Let's get into some teams that matter. The Philadelphia Eagles gave
Hey.
John Mitchell III and the 6th round pick to the Jets in exchange for Mitchell Carter II and a 7th round. Important team, but less important trade, I guess.
I mean, the Eagles need depth. We're struggling at is it Saints? Is it safety? No, it's corner. Sorry. We're really struggling at corner. I mean, if you look at the people that we have playing in that position, it was terrible. And it's evident by the fact that we went out and we got 3 people on defense and we got Brandon Graham to unretire.
Mhm.
Like, our defense really was our Achilles heel. And everybody kind of knew it. So the wonderful thing is we're positioned at the perfect time on the bye week for the trade deadline. Because now, like, we had an extra week off. It gets time to learn the schedule before they got to play. Not the schedule, the playbook.
And speaking of Philadelphia picking up corners, we have the Philadelphia Eagles gave the Baltimore Ravens a 6th round pick next year in exchange for Jar Alexander. Corner, been in the league 8 years?
I think it's
Yeah.
Jair, by the way.
Jair Alexander's been a corner, been in the league 8 years. This is his 8th year. And a 7th rounder in 2027. Well, like Pete said, defense. Good on Philly.
I mean, hey, he's a 2-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah. And finally, the Eagles gave the Miami Dolphins a 3rd round pick in next year in exchange for Jalen Phillips, a linebacker from in his 5th year, making him the 3rd Jalen on the Eagles roster. Go Eagles.
I just think the Eagles have a thing for dudes named Jalen.
Yeah.
Just
Jalen
collecting
Hurts,
them. This is
Jalen
an
Carter.
army of Jalen's wearing green.
I just think that eventually you're going to have a Highlander game because there can only be.
No, Sirianni just yells, Jalen, get him! And then everybody just goes.
They converge. No, I mean, dude. I mean, Philly had a great trade deadline with this. I mean, Jalen Phillips off Fred Miami was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And totally worth a 3rd rounder next year. I think
100%.
Philly did a good job on that. Moving on to the Dallas Cowboys, who gave Cincinnati a 7th rounder next year in exchange for Logan Wilson, a linebacker in his 6th year.
I think that was severely an underpay to Cincinnati. I mean, I think he was worth more than a 7th rounder, but hey, you know what?
Yep.
I mean, if Cincinnati's only going to take a 7th rounder, then great. I mean, our linebacking core needed help so bad, and he was one of the defensive captains on that team. I'll take it. He's been hurt a little bit this year, so he was just coming off of injury. But, you know, when he's healthy, which he had been mostly, he's a great linebacker for that. That's a really good ball hawk and is on top of things. I loved this pickup. I know they've been saying that they were linking trying to get Trey Hendrickson. As much as I would have liked it, I think this fits better because we need more help in the actual linebacker in the second level like that. And so I liked that pickup, and for just a 7th round pick, what do you lose if you do? Nothing.
Hey, man, a 7th round
So-
pick is Brock Purdy. Come on.
Hey,
now.
man, a 7th round pick is a fake Mr. Irrelevant. So,
Also, the Dallas Cowboys gave the New York Jets Maisie Smith a 2nd rounder next year and a 1st rounder in 2027 in exchange for Quinnen Williams, a defensive tackle in his
Okay, I'll get it later.
7th year. Yeah, I can math. 7 years. So yeah, defensive tackle, I can see that being a net positive for the Cowboys.
yeah, I mean, this also gives them 3, like, top 10 defensive tackles in the league, basically, now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you've got Quinnen Williams, you've got Odie Sugwa, and then you've also got Ryan Clark, who came over in the Green Bay trade from Micah Parsons. So it's like, I mean, and they've said that when they play 5 down linemen, they're going to play all 3 of them.
Don't
Which they ran
legitimize Jerry.
Which they've actually apparently ran a lot of that 5 down lineman during the Arizona game. So we'll see. I mean, especially getting these guys, and then now's their bye week too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they get an extra week to kind of incorporate these new guys into the defensive scheme. We'll see. I mean, having a first round pick in 27, and then a 2nd round pick in 26.
Mhm.
So, I don't think it was a bad trade, honestly. Apparently, there's a lot of people that are saying this is a bad trade for the Cowboys. I don't think so. I really don't. I think having a better interior defensive line help actually helps a lot with the pass rush on the outside, especially with a guy of this caliber, because now you've got to pay more attention to that. It's kind of like that Aaron Donald effect where the more attention you got to pay on the inside, it frees up more space on the outside to get around. So,
But yeah, and I mean,
like-
if you look at your remaining schedule, you're really going to need help with pass rushers. Like, you're playing the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions.
yeah.
Like, you've got some really good, prolific passers coming up.
Yeah. And you know what? It's also, to me, it's one of these things where even if we don't make the playoffs this year, I think this sets us up in good position for next season too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, though. I really hope it blows up in Jerry's big dumb face. Like, that would be
I know
perfect.
you do.
You guys don't win another game. Like, it'll be amazing.
I mean, yeah, we got to win. Dude, if we play the Giants, we got to win at least one more game.
All right. You can beat the Giants at the end of the season.
And the Commanders.
That's fair.
But hey, you
Now-
know what? This will be the first time in how many years that we'll probably have a repeat division winner.
I know.
Unless
And you know the
somehow
last
you,
team to
like-
do it? The Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
21 years ago. 2003, 2004.
Unless somehow you have another epic collapse.
You know?
Why would you put that in the universe?
Yeah.
Because it's
It-
Philly. I got to.
The first half of the season felt a lot like 2023. It really did.
This is how it started, man.
Yeah.
But the record for the most costly trade at the deadline goes to the Indianapolis Colts, who gave the New York Jets Adonai Mitchell, a 1st rounder next year, a 1st rounder the year after that, in exchange for Sauce Gardner.
Hell yeah.
Now, I have to admit, when I first heard this, I lost my shit. And I was convinced that the Colts had overpaid and colossally fucked up. And then it settled on me. It's like, wait a minute. Sauce Gardner. This could answer a lot of questions and solve a lot of problems. Okay, I'm on board. Let's do this.
Yeah, and especially this year, because he had just signed, and this offseason he had signed his extension, but the Jets are on the book for more of his extension this season, so we'll see. I mean, at least I will say, at least the 1st round pick this year won't be quite as valuable, because, it's probably going to be in the late 20s, maybe even like in the 30s in the 1st round. I know that Sauce Gardner hasn't played great in the last few years, but it also could just be because, he's on the
He was
Jets.
on the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
he could easily pick it back up
And
because
he's playing
now he's on a good team.
91% of snaps. Like,
Yeah.
you're not just on the Jets, you're also being run ragged on the Jets.
A lot of
I have
a lot of defensive backs though play. I mean, especially when you're DB1 like that, you play a lot of the snaps like that. Though that's not uncommon.
I mean,
Because I'd bet Patrick Surtain out in Denver plays at least 85 to 90% of the snaps on
Okay.
defense.
And this also goes a long way in proving my theory about saving players from New Jersey to just make them good players once they leave that hellhole.
I don't think we
Yeah.
should limit it to players, buddy. We should just save all people from New Jersey.
All people,
All people.
mass exodus out of New Jersey.
Yeah.
At least northern New Jersey. Southern Jersey isn't that bad, is it?
Yeah, Southern Jersey's not bad. The coast is okay. But,
But like the northern Jersey up by New York and and all that stuff up there, you save everyone from that area.
yeah, get like one of those big like Chernobyl domes and just put it around it so like nobody can go in. Just fumigate
Yeah.
it for a while.
Right.
Let it nature take over. Once it's cleaned up in 100 years, then you can go back.
You make it
But yeah,
sound
no.
nuclear. It's just,
Have
I
you
mean,
ever
it
been to
kinda
North
is.
Jersey, dude?
no,
No, he
I'm
hasn't.
not.
Yeah. well,
I
that's
haven't
why.
either, but I haven't either, but I don't wanna. Like the only reason I would maybe do it is if like I go there to take the train into New York. Like that'd be it.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
And
the thing that's not too bad is like after this year, like I mean, in average, will cost the Colts about $26 million for the remaining 5 years on his deal. Which, I mean, if you get back like the actual like top 5 corner in the league, it's not terrible.
yeah,
And
I'd
you
be
get rid of the Deshaun Jackson wannabe that drops the ball on the 1 yard line.
that so much crap for that.
You think he's going to wear number 10 in the green Jets uniform and be just like his hero?
Moving on to the next part of the podcast, Geeks and Greeks news. YouTube and Disney are disputing over contract negotiations, and because of this, most Americans were not able to watch the Cowboys and Cardinals game. Big loss, but very little information has been disclosed about this contract negotiation, but it's becoming a bit of a thing because next week is the Chiefs game, I think. I have to double check that. I'm sorry.
Oh, for Monday Night Football?
Yeah. I forget what the next game is that won't be available because this contract dispute.
Oh, I don't know.
That'd be the Packers-Eagles game.
Oh, blasphemous!
Yeah, that's the Monday night because that's what's on ABC and ESPN. So,
All right, moving on to the next story, we have the MLB postseason. Literally, after Game 5, the Dodgers lost 6-1. The Dodgers were down 3-2 games. It looked pretty hopeless, and then the Dodgers won Game 6 3-1, bringing it to Game 7, where they brought it to a 4-4 tie. A lot of baseball fans were getting comfortable because they've seen what happens when these two teams go into extra innings. You don't know how long it's going to be. Some of them were even playing pitcher bingo, which I thought was hilarious. Thankfully, the game only went 2 extra innings instead of the Game 3 18, where Will Smith... Oops, that one. Nope, not that Will Smith. Will Smith crushed it over the left field wall, winning the game 4-5.
oh, dude,
And the Dodgers once again have a wholly undeserved World Series win.
it's not undeserved, man. They fought it out. Like, they had to come back.
Yeah, I
Like-
will say that.
Like, they dug themselves out of that because they went down 4-1 in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
because it was 3-0 in the third. They hit a 3-run home run, and they got, I think Toronto got one more to make it 4-1 in like the sixth, and then they dug themselves out. And this is on Toronto, man. They were in the top of the ninth with one out. They were 2 outs away. They gave up that 1-run home run in the top of the ninth inning. And I was actually watching it, and it just, the entire stadium was deflated and dead as soon as it left the bat, because you could tell.
Yep.
Like,
you can always tell that sound when you get a home run clack off the bat. It's like, oh, yep, that's gone.
Well, and it's one of those things, like, baseball is one of these sports where it's like, unlike football, unlike basketball, it's one of these things where it's like, it legitimately can be anybody in the lineup. Like, the dude, Miguel Rojas, that hit that home run, had been playing like crap. He hadn't been hitting well the entire World Series and playoffs, but he's a really good defender at second base. But he got just the right hit at the right time. And it was a missile, and it was just gone. And it's like one of those, it wasn't a moonshot. It wasn't one of those where you could like just hit it and watch. Like, but it was crazy. And it's like the entire stadium was just dead. And as soon as he hit it, I'm like, LA has this. Like, the entire Blue Jays dugout, which you could tell just the defeated look on them, and they were just dead. And I'm watching it, and then at the bottom of the ninth, after they switch sides, Vlad Guerrero Jr. comes up, who's like the best player in Toronto, comes up, and he gets a pretty good hit and a pretty good pitch, and he gets it, and it looks like it's going out, and he probably comes about 2 feet short of hitting a home run in the bottom of the ninth at the warning track, and it just drops, and it's like you could just feel the entire stadium was like just holding their breath, hoping it's going out, and it just falls 2 feet short, and it just crushes everybody, and it felt so bad. But yeah, it was a great series. This honestly was probably one of the best World Series since 2016 when it was Cleveland and Chicago, because every game was back and forth. Every game you just wanted to watch. I mean, this was a pitch out because every team used all of their bullpen. Like, every game, almost the entire bullpen was used. This was great. I loved watching this World Series. I really did. And like, I'm not a huge Dodgers fan. I'm not a Toronto fan, but I enjoyed watching this World Series. This was a ton of fun to watch.
No, I wish I would make time for baseball, but I just can't. It's like, I'd have to give up wrestling, I think, and that's just never gonna happen.
Yeah.
If the Phillies were in the World Series, I would have watched it. I would have found the time, but that sounds like a great game, man.
It really was. Just like I said, this whole series was just a ton of fun to watch. It really was. At least for me, it was.
Now, I want to clarify something. When I was saying that the Dodgers were undeserved winners, I'm basically poking fun because of all the people who said that the Dodgers didn't deserve to win. And it's like, you can't say that. Baseball and hockey, I think, are the two sports where you can't say that, because there were 7 games that they had to win 4 of in order to win this thing. You can't say they didn't earn this. Now, I will give you some leeway
too.
Yeah, but I'll give you some leeway if you say that the winner of the Super Bowl, not last year, but other years, they may not have deserved to win because they just got lucky. And yeah, there can be an argument for that, but not 7 games.
Yeah.
No, Dodgers did great. They totally earned this one.
People complain about the Dodgers because they spend the most, like, to get the players and stuff. But it's like, dude, well, I mean, yeah, but in general, Dodgers spend just a ton of money on their roster and team. But it's like, dude, anybody can. The owners just don't want to. That's not my problem. Like, it's like, you know what? Any owner in Major League Baseball can go spend as much money as they want. They just choose not to. And it's like, You know, baseball doesn't have a salary cap. You can go spend as much money as you want to put the best team together. Like, the owners complain that they don't have the revenue to do it. I'm like, guess what? You put a better team out there, you'll get more revenue. Because the better team you put out there, the more people that are going to come to go and watch your team.
What was
Like,
it? They
that's just-
paid Soto $700 million or some crazy number
Mhm.
like that.
It's like $735 million over 12 or 13 years, something like that.
Yeah, it was bonkers.
Yeah. Now, obviously, not every team can put together, you know, the bankroll that some of the teams have, like the Dodgers and like the Mets and stuff, because the owners don't quite have that much money. I get, but also but there's no reason why teams only also spend basically the same, like basically have a team full of rookies either.
Mm.
Like, you can spend also some legitimate money to put a legitimate team out there. You're all in major cities and major markets that have major television deals. You have money. That's why you're an owner of a team.
I mean, I guess there's a little bit to be said about keeping the price down. Because if you have these smaller market teams paying up big money for players, then the big market teams are going to pay even more money. And it's just going to keep going up and up and up. So, I mean, there is a little bit to be said to that. But, I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, you shouldn't complain that someone is working within the system to win better than you're working within the system.
Yeah.
Like, if they were cheating, it would be one thing, but they're not.
Right. And it's really more from the fans that complain that the Dodgers just pay the most, that the Dodgers and them pay the most money for the players. I'm like, so what? Your the owners, the teams that you're fans of can do it too. They just choose not to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you, not everybody has to get paid a same amount of money, but like the top players, you can go spend the money on the top players. Anybody can. There's no floor, there's no ceiling. And instituting a salary cap isn't going to change anything. It's not going to help, which is what they're going to try to, they're bringing that in this winter, this off season, to possibly bring in a salary cap to baseball.
Well,
which I think is going to hurt the game more than help it. All right, I think that's going to bring us into final thoughts. Any last thoughts for the as we end our show?
As always, lots of wrestling out there to watch. We just had Fright Night from AEW, and we had Halloween Havoc from NXT, and we had Saturday Night Main Event from WWE. So it's pretty good watching. It's hard to keep up with football at the same time. So like, I haven't watched all of those shows yet. So I can't congratulate anyone on victories I haven't watched yet. But get out there and watch some wrestling.
In the world of college football, Hugh Freeze was fired from Auburn after a 10-3 loss to Kentucky, which dropped the Tigers down to 4-5. I actually think this is the first genuinely reasonable coach firing in college football this year, and there have been a lot of them.
Yeah, and on the NBA side, the NBA Emirates Cup has officially started as well. So that will be going until around Christmas.
That's the mid-season tournament thing they do, right?
Yep.
That's pretty.
When they do the games for it, they do like the special floors and everything too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Nice.
So, and LeBron James has yet to play a game for the Lakers. He's still fighting the sciatica.
Old man.
But that was it for today, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. And don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Geeks and Greeks. Until next time, may the coin toss of life be in your favor. Later.
See ya.
Peace.
I love the young people.